recreated a coconut bomb cake just for me earlier this year, and we debuted it in Christmas in July, and it's been really popular. Well, the response to that idea of how presentation looks, the idea of a filled cake center, Judy literally woke up in the middle of the night one night and thought, oh, a red velvet bomb cake. And so here it is. I think for holiday, this is one of the most beautiful cakes that you can have out. And when it comes from Sweet Endings, I just have to tell you, you're getting it from one of the best bakers in the world. So come on over here, everybody. Here's my friend Judy Leibovit. Hi, honey.
Hi,
how are you?
Oh,
adore you.
You're the greatest.
And I like
She's
her
the
cakes just as much. Don't want to say even better, but pretty darn close.
We have a mutual thing here with the cakes.
Well, I can't exist in my life anymore, Judy, without one of your cakes in my freezer, because, you know, somebody will call last minute, hey, we're having people together, can you come? And I'm like, oh, my crazy work schedule, what can I offer to bring?
I know.
How about I bring a cake?
Yes.
People devour Judy's cakes, and you really, although your cakes are available in 5-star restaurants and, you know, celebrities order cakes from you, you still make every cake really kind of the old-fashioned way.
We do.
And these bomb cakes are not an easy cake to make and execute.
They're so not. And when you asked me to originally make this, I was like, no, Joe, we can't make it.
She did. She's like, I can't do it, Joe.
I'm so sorry. We really can't make it. And the reason being is because of the labor and the ingredients. I mean, the ingredients cost so much. I mean, everything we have is real. So it's real butter and real. Every single thing that we put in this, the best vanilla, the best cocoa in the whole world.
And then tell me about doing this in a red velvet cake. For people who don't know, and they just think it's a cake dyed red, what is really a true red velvet cake all about?
Well, over there are the ingredients, and we use absolutely the finest cocoa that you can see. And this, I brought you some cocoa to see.
So
I mean, it's a very
there is
dark,
cocoa in a red velvet cake.
Dark cocoa.
Yeah.
We use eggs, we use buttermilk, we use sugar, we use the best butter. So it's just like if you baked it out of your house.
Yeah.
But the time that it takes us to bake these cakes and the time that it would take somebody at home to make it, it would take them all day because of all the different layers and all the different textures and everything that we do.
What are the different flavors that are in there, Judy? Can I take that and eat it? Because I actually
hadn't
hadn't had a chance to completely try this cake.
One.
And I just would hate to recommend it if I hadn't taken a few bites of it myself.
I'm going to show you a different one. So if you can see all these layers and the time that it takes us to make it, I mean, we make the red velvet layers.
Oh, wow.
Which has the cocoa and the buttermilk and all the fresh ingredients.
Yeah.
And then it has 2 layers of our vanilla, natural vanilla that we put inside. So there's a whole bunch of vanilla. And then we make our very own buttercream, and we're so known for our buttercream.
Wow.
And I love our buttercream.
Judy, this is really good.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's
I mean,
really good.
People call us at Sweet Endings all the time and say, can we have the recipe for your red velvet cake? I mean, we can't share the recipe, but we can share our cake.
I love the combination of the moistness and flavor of that red velvet, this vanilla light pudding custard in the center, and then the buttercream on the outside. And this is almost 5 pounds of cake, everyone. So I mean, it's like at least 16 servings. I mean, and you don't need a big piece of this. Let me just say.
You're going to want a huge piece of it, though. I mean, you know, I was reading some of the QVC reviews, Jill, and it said, you know, if you're going to serve this at a party, make sure you cut the layers, because if you don't cut the slices, it'll all be gone. Because it's such an amazing.
If my husband was at the party, like, he would take 1/4.
Incredible cake.
It's so good. And it's going to come frozen.
It's going to come
frozen. So how
frozen.
do I get it ready for guests?
And what I suggest is you put it in your refrigerator overnight, and then the next day it'll be perfect. But you know, it's just a perfect combination of creaminess and then the cocoa. And I mean, how perfect is this for Christmas? I mean, you put some green decorations on it. It looks like you baked it yourself, and it tastes like you baked it yourself.
Love it.
I mean, it doesn't taste, I mean, we're pastry chefs. So we sell, as you said, to all the best restaurants, all the finest country clubs and resorts. So it'll be like you have your own pastry chef in your home.
And look at that, the shot that you just saw a minute ago is what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I mean, look how beautiful it is, from the cake crumbs around the outside, the cake crumbs and the few little like white chocolate shavings on the top of the cake. For presentation, it is gorgeous. Now we can ship this out to you right away. We can ship it out to you the week of the December 15th. Whichever one, put it in the freezer. You're good to go. Bring it out the night before you're going to serve it. Put it in your refrigerator. It's ready for Christmas Day. It's ready for Christmas, you know, an open house on Christmas Eve. Save it and use this as your New Year's Eve cake if you want to.
It won't last.
Send it as a bill to ship to. Because here's the other thing, you know, maybe you can't spend the holidays with everybody on your list, but wouldn't you love to be able to send this so that their holidays would be just a little more decadent because they get to enjoy all of these layers. It starts with that homemade true red velvet cake. Then you have a thin layer of that vanilla pudding custard. Then you have more of the cake. Then a bigger center of that vanilla custard covered in homemade buttercream. I mean, it's an amazing cake, and every bite is good. Plus, I also love, Judy, and I, you know, I say this often about your cakes, the consistency is so wonderful. So even though I've ordered that coconut bomb cake 3 or 4 times, every single time it's exactly the same as it was the first time.
Because we don't skimp. I mean, everything about Sweet Endings is we do not skimp on anything. I mean, everything is 100% real and the finest. So we don't use inexpensive anything. The best butter, the best cream, the best cocoa. Our cocoa's from California. I mean, this just looks like love, you know, red and white for, you know, for Christmas or for the holidays. It's just,
pretty.
and it smells heavenly. I mean, if you could smell this cake right now, it's just amazing, the smell.
And I have to say, as decadent as the flavor experience is, it also doesn't sort of like sit in your stomach like a big old lump. You know, it's not that heavy. The cake itself is actually very moist and very light. And then you've got that wonderful like pudding custard, which gives you that vanilla note, and then that wonderful buttercream. But notice too, not too much frosting on the outside.
No.
I mean, because that would really be overkill.
Right. I mean, but this is real cream cheese, real buttercream frosting that we make ourselves. And when you put it in your mouth, you can taste that it's homemade and real fresh buttercream.
Well, stay on the line if you're dialing in. We can ship them out right away. We can ship them out the week of the December the 15th. Whenever you get it, just put it in your freezer. The night before you want to serve it, put it in your refrigerator, and then bring it out and then cut it up and let your guests enjoy. It's item number M46246. These bomb cakes from Judy this year on QVC have been the bomb. Let me tell you, you're loving them. So enjoy that new ruby red velvet version. Great to see you, Judy. See you soon. Thank you. All right, we started this 2-hour